Hello and welcome to Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown. This is gonna be our second playthrough of the game, and our first playthrough was a canon playthrough, very much doing what the characters would do in the show. This time, we're gonna do the opposite. We're gonna choose options that are completely wild, we're gonna aim for weird stuff to happen, and that's probably gonna lead us towards a more combat-focused ship, because a lot of the time in the canon playthrough, it was diplomatically solving problems. This time, probably not going to be that, which is going to mean that we're going to have to build our ship differently, and it's going to lead to a lot of different things happening in general and a lot of different problems that we're going to have to solve. So, that's what we're going to be doing. Let's start a new game. I'm also going to be playing on Years of Hell. Now, Years of Hell should, again, change how we play. So resources are scarce. This was a problem for us initially on survival, but kind of stopped being a problem after we started being able to build up large enough reserves. Now, if resources are genuinely scarce as we're going through, we're going to have a lot more thought about where we put our resources and what we build first in order to save more resources as we go through. Combat being deadlier is going to mean that we're going to want to build a lot more combat options. So we're going to have to allocate more resources towards combat as we play through the game. But if resources are scarce, that means that we're also then maybe taking away from food production. If we take away from food production, there's low and there's scarce resources in food, that's going to cause a problem with morale. Which is then, with homesickness being a major problem, going to mean that you're going to have morale issues on top of more morale issues, so you're going to have to build some of the morale buildings, and you can see how it's going to change things. Also, dialogue and away missions are more challenging. Now this could lead to some interesting choices for us, because the first time that we played through the game on survival, as long as you took the right person, generally you weren't going to have a failure state in dialogue. Like, I think we had one or two throughout the playthrough, and the result, like, the consequences weren't terrible for us. Now, if we have a lot more dialogue options where it's like, well, you might have, 2 crew members die, that's going to be a big problem, and we're going to have to think about that and weigh up some options. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. If it turns out that Years of Hell is way too difficult, what I'll do is I'll do a survival run up until the point where we're at, choosing as much of the same options as I can so that we can carry on, but I don't think it's going to be too bad. I think it's going to be fine. So, let's start the game. You're the captain of the Federation starship USS Voyager. Manage your ship and crew, plot a course through procedurally generated starship systems. Your unique ship build and the decisions you make will reshape the story.
So, a few days back, this Captain Janeway breezes into my cozy penal colony like she owns the place. She's stern and smells like coffee and regulations. And the kicker? She's served with my old man on the Albatani. Turns out her security chief, Tuvok, was playing spy on a Maquis ship that vanished in the Badlands. Now Janeway needs that missing ship found, and because of my past associations, I'm apparently the resident expert on the Badlands. I find the missing Maquis. She puts in a good word for me at my next parole review. Simple. Still, the view is infinitely better than a holding cell. It's not every day you get a front row seat on a brand new Intrepid-class starship's maiden voyage. The USS Voyager. Might even get to touch the helm.
Gentlemen, welcome to Voyager. Ensign Kim, you're fresh from the academy, ready for your first deep space assignment? Reporting for duty, Captain. It's an honor to be here. I hope I live up to your expectations. So, all of this should roughly be the same as last time, but we'll go through it anyway. Ensign Kim, I trust you've already met Tom Paris, our esteemed observer, a former Maquis pilot who will help us search the Badlands for the Maquis vessel. With all due respect, ma'am, Observer is hardly the title befitting my talents. I'm the best damn pilot in the sector. Call me pilot extraordinaire, Ensign. Maquis. Wow, I've heard a lot of stories about them. Relax, I was with the Maquis only a few weeks before I was captured and sent to a lovely little penal colony in New Zealand. Penal colony? Enough chatter, gentlemen. All hands, this is the captain. Report to your stations. Helm, take us into the Badlands. Maximum warp. Into the Badlands. The Badlands, a treacherous region of space where violent plasma storms can cripple even the most advanced starships. Captain Janeway observes the swirling chaos from the view screen, a subtle smile playing on her lips. She's ready for the challenge. Scanners are picking up no other vessels in the system, Captain. It's your time to shine, Mr. Paris. Any idea where your former colleagues might be hiding? It wasn't exactly Maquis of the Year, Captain, but they did prefer underground bases, remote planets and... Captain, I don't mean to interrupt, but I'm reading a coherent tetrion beam scanning us, and a displacement wave heading towards us. Incoming! A colossal wave of turbulent energy surges towards Voyager, its power dwarfing anything the crew has ever seen. With no time to analyze the threat, emergency measures are initiated. Red alert, helm, evasive maneuvers. Too late, the wave will intercept us in 5 seconds. Brace for impact. Aftermath. As the crew regains consciousness, they find their bridge in total devastation. Twisted metal, sparking consoles, and injured crewmates paint a grim picture. What just happened? Damage report. Major hull and deck damage. The transporters are offline and we're receiving casualty reports. Bridge to Sec Bay. Doctor, I've got injured crew on the bridge. Doctor? Damn. Captain, we're losing systems across multiple decks. The deuterium tanks are empty. Warp core's gone to grey mode. We're on reserves. Barely. Mr. Paris, take the helm. Scan for the nearest source of deuterium. External sensors are offline. Stellar cartography must be down. Voyager's blind, Captain. Janeway to engineering. We need stellar cartography back online now. So, this is us getting back into our tutorial land where we're going to have to learn how to activate rooms and things again. We're going to mostly follow the tutorial as we're told, at least where we think that it might be tied to advancing the story, but yeah, at some point we'll deviate. Captain, sensors are picking up something out there, but what Harry is trying to stammer is we're not in the Badlands anymore. What is that thing? Where are we? If our sensors are working, we just jumped 70,000 or over 70,000 light years into the Delta Quadrant. The Delta Quadrant? How? Captain, life support systems are failing. This array will have to wait. Mr. Paris, take the helm. Find us a deuterium source. Okay, and it's telling us about scanning, which we're gonna have to immediately do. Oh, let's grab the deuterium then. Did I find one that had deuterium immediately, and that's why we immediately went into this thing? Yes, okay. We are, however, going to scan absolutely everything. Interesting. So which one's this? So that's just Class D planet. We need to make sure to go to things like this if we can. The reason being is those are where some of the side content that we missed the first time, that's where they were hiding. So I'm not sure which one of these planets it is, if it's any of these planets that we might have stuff on, but we'll definitely do that. Okay, so let's do what the game told us to. Although, can we just travel around with 0 deuterium? I guess we probably can if we want to, but it's probably not in the spirit of things, so let's go over here. Captain, we're receiving a hail from an unidentified vessel requesting assistance. Let's go. Okay. Captain, we can now deactivate grey mode. Captain, ready to increase warp core output. Okay. Well, we can. Our engine levels are returning to normal, Captain. Good. Now what about this thing, this array? I can't tell, Captain, but our scanners detected a Maquis vessel next to it. Try hailing them? Hail them. No response, Captain. Scan for life signs. Scan the ship for life signs, Ensign. There's no one on board, Captain. Scan the array. What about the array? Seems our sensors can't penetrate it. Just have to see for ourselves. I want the transporter room repaired and ready. Mr. Paris, get us to a duranium deposit. We'll need it to repair the transporter room. Okay. Let's have a look here as well. I'm just seeing what we got. So we got life support, we got the torpedo, transporter room, workshop. Okay, just refamiliarizing myself with where things might be. Okay, this engineering office will also want to repair at some point. I could switch this on. It would use up our small amount of deuterium though. So let's follow what we're being told to do. So this needs uranium, which we can get from the next planet along. Let's go. Right, Captain, we found an abandoned ship adrift in space. It's powered down but structurally sound with sealed storage compartments. Alright. Let's get some stuff. Wonderful. We now have all the duranium we need. Engineering is standing by to repair the transporter, Captain. Yes. Wonderful, so we're going to repair that. Oh, and it's ready instantly. Transporters are back online, Captain. Mr. Paris, set a course for the array. It's time we got some answers. Okay. We do potentially want to repair that though before we, or get that started to repair before we do anything else. Let's maybe start repairing that, and then we can start doing like sickbay and science lab at the same time and that will probably be pretty good for us. Right. Let's head over here. Right, engineering office is done. Let's start repairing sickbay, and I don't have enough for the science lab. Okay. Ensign Kim and Mr. Paris, get ready for your first away mission. Okay, this is the away mission. We're going to send Tom Paris and Harry Kim. We don't have any choices, so let's start the mission. Captain, we seem to have materialized in the middle of a cornfield. This place, it's eerily similar to Earth, but something's off. Any suggestions on what to do next? Okay. Why not do this one? I think I chose the other one the other time, but it doesn't really matter. Look for any footprints or strange noises. Though there are no footprints, Harry and Tom notice subtle disturbances in the corn stalks, suggesting a path. Following these signs, they soon find a farm with people working in the fields. An old man sits on the porch of a nearby farmhouse strumming a banjo. Okay. So that means that team members will now be fatigued on the next one. Captain, this old man seems harmless enough. He might know what's going on here. How should we approach him? Okay. So I think we probably chose this one last time. But we could just choose something else this time. Let's demand to know what's going on, even though he's fatigued. Hey, we succeeded. Harry and Tom step forward, squaring their shoulders and demanding answers. The old man seems more amused than intimidated, chuckling to himself and shaking his head. He is confused why Harry and Tom are early, as it is, and not their turn yet. He invites them to stay on the farm and wait, offering them some fresh corn cobs. And now we can choose multiple people for something if we want to. The old man isn't much help. We'll try to find the Maquis ourselves. There's a large barn behind the farmhouse. Tricorder readings are off the chart. There's definitely something strange about it, especially that back wall. Find a way to break the illusion of the wall, analyze, or investigate the barn for a hidden door. Well, it did tell us to use this one in the tutorial, so we might as well. Harry and Tom try to disrupt the energy field, causing a flicker in the air, but before they can break the illusion, the people from the field burst in, wielding farm tools as weapons. The old man appears and reveals that the barn is an illusion, the back wall dissolving to show a bluish, glowing room where unconscious people, including a tattooed man and a half-Klingon woman, lie on surgical tables. Sometimes you have to make major decisions that influence how the story proceeds. Okay, so this is one of those. These people must be the missing Maquis. They're being held here. Captain. We must get them out of here. So last time we woke up the tattooed man, which was canon. So this time we're going to wake up the half-Klingon woman. Harry sprints towards the half-Klingon woman, hoping to rouse her. As he reaches out, the old man stops him, a look of concern on his face. Before Harry can react, a blinding white light fills the room and everything goes blank. Wonderful. A sudden return. Captain Janeway anxiously awaits the return of her away team when Harry Kim unexpectedly materializes behind her. What happened on the array? Whoa, I'm back on Voyager? What happened over there, Mr. Kim? We lost contact with you for several hours. Hours? But we were just there, right? Tom? Tom? Seems like he's still on the array, I hope. Captain, we're being hailed by the Maquis. Starfleet. I don't know what you did to our commander, but I can still ram this wreck into your precious starship. Ram us? One of our own is also missing. It would make sense to postpone the ramming until we're all accounted for. Does that sound reasonable? We're beaming over. Face to face. Despite Janeway's invitation, the arrival of the Maquis crew is fraught with tension. Both sides remain wary as they prepare to discuss their shared predicament. Oh, there we go. Worked that time. Don't play games, Starfleet. We're armed and ready to defend ourselves. I wouldn't have it any other way. Glad to have you back, Tuvok. Likewise, Captain. Miss Torres, I must inform you that I was assigned to infiltrate the Maquis. I never liked you, Vulcan. That is unsurprising. I assure you I performed my Maquis duties to the highest standards. Attack. You win some, you lose some. Let's focus on bringing Mr. Paris and your commander back. His name is Chakotay. And we can't get back in that easy. They're sealed and their communications are cut off. Lieutenant Tuvok, get down to engineering and find a way to bypass whatever's jamming our communications. Report back as soon as you have a solution. Captain, the ship's status remains critical. Repair protocols are imperative. We require resources and the engineering office to mobilize additional workforces. Prioritize life support, secure core decks, and restore Deck 5 functionality first to gain access to the engineering office. Cool. Well, life support restored on Deck 5, Captain. Engineering office is now accessible. Engineering office fully operational again, Captain. We now have an additional work team to carry out 2 tasks simultaneously. Okay, fantastic. Logically, we should now focus on Deck 2 and the mess hall to ensure the crew's food supply, maintaining their physical endurance. This requires reactivating life support in that section first. Okay, wonderful. So we can now switch that on if we want to. Do we want to? I guess so. Life support restored on Deck 2, Captain. Access to the mess hall is now possible. However, it has sustained extensive damage. Emergency rations are currently deployed. After repair, the crew can now access replicator rations again. Okay, but I can't repair it until I get 6 uranium. So, we would definitely want to do that. Okay. I was also thinking like I was wasting energy by having the life support on, but I'm not wasting any energy as we have no batteries, which we'll need in order to store some of this energy. So we need to think about that soon. But for now, let's head over here. Oh, we should also try these other planets as well. Oh, sick bay is done, which is fine. It's just nice to have. It'll probably ask us to do that at some point. I think we repair the science lab before we repair the mess hall as well. Although I am losing morale due to food, but it's okay. Alright, let's grab the easily accessible stuff there. Let's now repair that. Actually, I can repair them both simultaneously. Repairs in progress. Until completion, we should address crew accommodation. The ruined room must be cleared to create room for residential sections. Okay, so clear these things in order to then give you space to put emergency quarters. Although we don't necessarily want emergency quarters, but, you know, we should think about it anyway. Anyway, we can't do that for right this second. I said we should try out these other places. We should definitely go here. There isn't much duranium around, actually. There's one up there as well. Although I guess the duranium you can get from your ruined rooms as well. I'm going to head over here first, just to see if there's anything going on with this. Science lab's finished. Wonderful. Let's get you on the ruined room. While waiting for our work teams to finish, we should continue to collect more resources. Okay. It's fine. The mess hall's now done. Mess hall repairs are complete, Captain. We should switch to replicator rations now. It would enhance crew well-being. Yeah, okay. So we'll go to replicator rations. Replicator rations are now issued to the crew, Captain. Okay. So we're now only losing 30 morale per cycle. Okay. That's fine. Let's head up here next. Ruined room is finished. Ruined room removal concluded. Maybe we should rebuild some crew quarters now. It would do wonders for morale, Captain. Right. We should definitely continue doing that. Let's build a quick emergency quarters. Even though they're not ideal, we should build them anyway, just because, well, we should at this point. Yeah, let's do the comms request. Captain, the array's jamming signal has been neutralized. We should be able to establish communication. Let's hope they respond. Hail the array. Who's this? Why are you bothering me? Oh, it's you. Why are you back? You don't have what I need. I remember that voice, Captain. It's the old man of the banjo. But his form is entirely different compared to how he appeared on the array. I'm Captain Janeway of the Federation Starship Voyager. We mean you no harm. We just want our people back. Your people? Your people are no longer here. They might have what I need. You'll just have to leave them. Well, we could scan the array. Sure. I won't rely on the words of a stranger. Scan the array for life signs of Tom and Chakotay. No sign of them, Captain, and no humanoid life forms indicated at all. Who or what are we talking to right now? Alright. Well, I said I would choose options I didn't last time, so we're going to intimidate them. We won't leave without them. Return our crew or face the consequences. Your determination is admirable. But there is no time for this. There just isn't enough time. Time for what? The continuation of my work. I still have so much to do. What do we have to do with this? I don't understand. What do Tom and Chakotay have to do with it? Your people may serve a greater purpose, one that could secure my life's work. No, you're stealing my time, don't you understand? I don't have time, not enough time. We've been cut off, Captain. Damn it. We haven't gotten any closer to Paris and Chakotay. Managed to get something. You Starfleet don't know how to fight, but you sure talk good. Captain, if I may, I have observed that the array has been sending energy pulses towards the 5th planet of the neighboring system ever since our arrival. Given the lack of information regarding our missing crew's location, investigating this planet seems to be the most logical next step. The only lead we have. Thoughts, Miss Torres? I don't like it any more than you do, but it'll be easier if we work together, Captain. Helm set a course for the 5th planet of the neighboring system. Let's find our people. Okay. So now it's telling us about how to go between systems. Let's go back in here. I just realized I'm not researching anything. So, what have we got at level 1? So we got a small battery compartment, which is almost certainly good. Plasma torch is probably fantastic if we're limited on resources, because we're going to be clearing rooms a lot throughout the playthrough, and the earlier we get it, the better. High morale is probably not that important. Crew quarters would be interesting, although I am kind of thinking I might try officers' quarters and having less emergency in crew, and trying to not care about the fact that morale is low due to them not having anywhere to like sleep, and instead gain your morale back by your officers being comfy. Yeah, XP for away missions is probably good as well. Hydroponics Bay, yeah. Yeah, I can see lots of good stuff in here. We're probably going to want Captain's Acknowledgement, Victory Celebrations, and all of that line fairly soon as well, because if we're going to have more hits to our morale, then getting X morale after combat is definitely going to be valuable. But, yeah, for now, I feel like it has to be... where are we? Plasma Torch. Yeah, I feel it has to be Plasma Torch. It's just, like, really, really good for gaining resources. Yep. Okay. Back to the system. We'll just head over here. Do this. Got ourselves a little bit more deuterium. I have these two doing something. Let's go... Do I want to grab some more duranium right now? Maybe. It's a lot of cycles to move between planets at this point. Wonder if that's something that's changed. Yeah, that might be something that changes with difficulty as well. Okay, well, let's head to Ocampa. Yeah. Let's do what it tells us to do. Right, so morale is no longer dropping like a stone. I think, again, we're going to have to build another one here, just because otherwise our morale is going to be a major problem for us, but if we can just stabilize it, then we can start thinking about other stuff that we want to do. But, yeah, we're going to have to, fix it first. That's fine. Oh, I could have been clearing another room, actually, as well at this point. Let's clear another room here. Okay. Seems like these are taking longer as well. I wonder if that is a difficulty thing or whether it just took longer earlier on. Okay. What's up with this one? That's just, yeah, see there's another couple of planets that just have nothing going on with them here. But, anyway. Do we want to clear rooms first to clear the optional objective? I think it might give us morale, right? It might. Let's go here. Emergency quarters done. I need one more emergency quarters. Let's clear this room here. Our sensors have detected a small but stable spatial anomaly. It's not dangerous, but could provide valuable scientific data. Alright. Let's go risky. Nice. Okay, a bunch of early science. Alright, what's up with this planet? Again, none of these might just be nothing. But it's still worth us going there just to see. Let's go over here. Deuterium running low. Oh, I only have one cycle worth of deuterium. Oh, wow. Yeah. It's fine. We can go back to grey mode. Those are still going. This is fine. I don't necessarily need the mess hall immediately. Let's grab some deuterium. Let's go grab some... Oh, sorry, duranium. Let's go grab some deuterium down here. That's fine. Ruined room finished. We now want to build an emergency quarters. Nice. Okay, let's go for risky. Nice. Okay. And we can head down here, which will hopefully clear this objective as well. Okay. Continue just clearing out the ruined rooms, I think. Unless we want... Actually, you know what? We should probably repair our phaser room. Makes sense. Right. We would love to get... yeah, we would love to get 400 here. Is 300 enough? 300's enough. I think I get nothing if this fails. Let's go with this. But I didn't get to 900 with that one. Well, there you go. That's fine. Building in 3 cycles is 3 cycles to Ocampa. Perfect. Well, we can do that. Happy to stay on grey mode as well to save our deuterium. Wait, do I not have enough for the crew? Oh, do I need to build even more? Oh. I don't know why I thought these were more. Maybe we buffed them at some point. These are 12. I actually need to build 2 more of these. Okay. It's fine. I need some more... Wait, what am I missing here? Oh, yeah, I'm missing more duranium. We could go grab some. Let's do that. We're actually using no deuterium right now either, which is fine. Let's do this. Go risky. Wonderful. Right, now I can build another emergency quarters here. Should clear that one. But while we're not using any resources, we might as well head over here. Yeah. Yeah, I'll take the gain morale one. It's fine. 2 cycles till we get that. Let's grab ourselves some more duranium. Nice. 2 cycles. And then we're going to head over here. There's our emergency quarters done. Which now means we finished that. That didn't get us any reward. Wonderful. I need to switch out of grey mode, which we will now do. Now going to go up here, switch this on. Do I want to be on premium replicator? I guess so I can gain the 5 morale for 15 cycles. Yeah. And that should be mostly fine for us. Yeah. Okay. Captain, we reached our destination. Orders? Continue. Let's see what we have here. A new lead. Following the array's energy pulses, Voyager discovers a desert planet with a harsh, unforgiving landscape. Are Tom Paris and Commander Chakotay perhaps being held in this place? What makes this place so special? Check the energy impulses. Anything noteworthy about the energy pulses? They are consistently targeting a single location, a barren piece of desert. I recommend an away team investigates this area. There is something else. The interval between each pulse has decreased by 0.47 seconds since we left the array. They're getting faster. The entity said that he's running out of time, right? Whatever that means, we better hurry. Do a general scan of the planet. Let's see what we can learn about this planet. It's all the basic characteristics of an M-class planet, but no ocean, no river, nothing. However, there are settlements. Let's analyze the planet's atmosphere. Let's take a look at what happened here. The atmosphere contains no nucleogenic particles, Captain. The planet is incapable of producing rain. I've studied thousands of Class M planets. I've never seen an atmosphere without nucleogenics. There must have been some kind of extraordinary environmental disaster. You can study the planet in detail after we've rescued Chakotay. Alright, let's prepare an away team. We'll examine this world firsthand. Captain, a small ship is approaching. They're hailing us. On screen. First contact. A peculiar alien with mischievous grin greets Voyager from his chaotic vessel. Neither Starfleet nor the Maquis have ever seen such a species before. Perhaps an inhabitant of the Delta Quadrant. Greetings, looking for something on this dusty old rock? Would we find anything, Mr. Neelix? I've never seen a ship like yours. Let me guess, you were whisked away from somewhere else in the galaxy and brought here against your will. Sounds as though you've heard this story before. Thousands of times, well, hundreds of times, maybe 50 times. But the Caretaker has been bringing ships here for months now. The Caretaker? That's what the Ocampa call him. He probably snatched some of your crew too, right? They're likely down the planet with the Ocampa. But Captain, it's a tricky place, dangerous. You could use a guide, but of course a guide needs a little, you know. Compensation sounds fair. Wonderful. To be honest, I've had it rough recently. Those pesky void voles have been nibbling away at my supplies. Some food and water would be most welcome. If you help us find our missing crew, you can have all the food and water you want. It's a deal. So we have now recruited Neelix. Okay. Rebuild Voyager or skip cycles until Neelix is ready to talk. I don't really like skipping cycles, but I guess I will. Because we finished here. There we go. Because I don't want to travel back to the other system and come back here, so. What a delicious meal! A culinary masterpiece! I've never encountered such a tangy but comforting, smooth yet vibrant concoction. What was it called again? Tomato soup. Tomato soup. Something of a culinary wizard myself, you know. My Alfarian hair pasta bowl is widely known for its bold, mouth-watering taste. Mr. Neelix, I am pleased you are enjoying yourself, but we need your assistance now. Ah yes, your missing crew, right. Scan the southern continent and look for a range of dead volcanoes. At their foot you'll find a Kazon Ogla encampment. Kazon what? One Kazon sect of many. They control this part of the quadrant. They're a bit difficult, but with the right approach, even they can be reasoned with. I thought you said the Ocampa had her people. Well, the Ocampa do have your people. It's just finding them is a bit tricky. My old pal, Maj Jabin, the Ogla leader, he might know where to look. He's a nice guy, a bit gruff, but he owes me a favor. Let's ask for some information. Anything we should know about these Kazon Ogla? Oh, water is a precious commodity around these parts. The Ogla, they mostly get theirs through trade, so a little liquid diplomacy would go a long way. Alright, let's send a team down. Very well, prepare an away team. And you'll accompany them, Mr. Neelix. And we're ready to go. Captain, we reached our destination. Send an away team. So Neelix is locked in. We are going to send Tuvok, because I want to have somebody who's able to do the combat options. And then we have one more option that we can put in here. Now, the suggestion is that you put B'Elanna in here because she's an innovator. The survivalist, I believe, is Chakotay, so yeah, we're going to go with B'Elanna. We're still pretty much in tutorial territory, so there's not really that far off the beaten path we can do. The away team materializes in a small valley between dead volcanoes. The sun burns down on them mercilessly. The air is hot and dry, and a sandy wind whips into their eyes. Captain, our tricorders are malfunctioning, probably because of the energy impulses. How do we get our bearings in this dust bowl? Ooh, so originally we had Chakotay, so we could just auto-pass this one. Instead, we're going to struggle through to a vantage point. And we failed! The away team finds it difficult to make progress in the harsh conditions. Wind and sand slow them down, and uneven terrain often causes them to stumble. Eventually they reach a ledge, exhausted and disorientated. In the distance they spot the Kazon Ogla settlement. However, the wind is picking up and a massive sandstorm is approaching from the south. Captain, a sandstorm is heading our way. We need to find cover, fast. So, B'Elanna seems like the best option, I think, here. Yeah. Because we got B'Elanna, we could auto-pass if we use both of them. Or if we use both of these ones, though, if we wanted to. But B'Elanna gives us a slightly bigger reward. It's only 15 duranium. But I feel like we should go a little risky. Let's do it. B'Elanna swiftly constructs a shelter, but it proves insufficient against the storm's intensity and collapses, leaving the team exposed to the full force of the sandstorm. After what seems like an eternity, the storm subsides. The away team emerges, bruised and battered, and sets off in the direction of the Kazon Ogla settlement. You know, you might be saying... Oh, never mind. I was going to say you might be saying that there's not many negatives, but you do get no XP. But actually on this one, we don't only get no XP, we also lose morale. Oh no. Captain, we've reached the settlement. How should we approach the people? So last time we used Neelix. This time, though, I said we're going to be doing things that we didn't do previously. I think we used Neelix, although I might actually have approached in a typical Starfleet manner, but no, we're going to approach intimidatingly, weapons at the ready. The away team approaches with weapons drawn and shoulders tensed. The women and children of the Kazon Ogla scatter in fear. The men are armed, but seem too intimidated to act. A tall Kazon emerges from the settlement, Jabin, the leader. He seems unimpressed by the away team, but his face darkens at the sight of Neelix. In the background, a badly bruised young woman who looks nothing like the Kazon, but more like a human with pointy ears peers around a corner. Seems like the Kazon don't find Neelix as charming as he led us to believe. How should we appease them, Captain? Okay. Well, I can't do this because I just don't have any, he is currently fatigued, and we want to use him on the final check here, so let's do this instead. Let's offer water in exchange for information. Critical success. The away team offers Jabin water from their replicators. Fascinated by this technology, Jabin accepts the offer and becomes more receptive. He explains that the Ocampa live underground, their access controlled by the Caretaker, who also provides their only source of water. As proof, Jabin points to the bruised woman he is holding as a slave, an Ocampa. He explains that she is one of the few who have managed to reach the surface. Suddenly, Neelix grabs a phaser. He points it at Jabin and demands the Ocampa woman be freed. Okay, and now we have risks. Things are getting out of hand, Captain. We should retreat. I'm going to secure the retreat with phaser fire. Okay, we passed. The away team lays down, covering fire, forcing the Kazon to take cover. This allows them to minimize their exposure to enemy fire. Jabin, though furious, seems to acknowledge the away team's fighting skills. They escape with no casualties. Now that's interesting, because one of the things that happened in the previous run is they did the Kazon, you showed no honor, you ran away, and all of that sort of stuff. I'm wondering whether because we chose to fight, they might be more willing to cooperate with us, because they have seen that we are combative. I don't know. Find out though. I lost 50 morale due to that though. Not great. The only positive is that we got a critical success, which helped us slightly, but yeah, not great. More than gratitude. Safely back on Voyager, Neelix surprises the rest of the away team as he and the rescued woman kiss passionately. How deep does the relationship between the two go? My dearest Kes, didn't I promise I'd save you? I knew you would come for me, my love. You lied and endangered my crew. This is not how trust is built, Mr. Neelix. It was desperate, Captain, but I understand. I want to repay you and your crew for saving me. As Jabin said, the access to the underground city is controlled by the Caretaker. There is a tunnel, but the Caretaker sealed it with a security barrier. We may be able to transport through the barrier if it has the slightest breach. A transporter signal amplifier would be necessary. Excellent idea. Kes, can you help us once we've relocated the breach? Of course, it's the least I can do. I'm grateful. Now, tell me about the Caretaker. What can you tell us about the Caretaker? For generations, he has provided the Ocampa with food, water, energy, and protection from the outside world. Any idea why he does it? Or where he came from? No, we do have stories and legends about him, but they're just stories and legends. How did you two meet? Kes, Mr. Neelix, I'm curious, how did you two meet? I met Kes while I was trading with the Kazon Ogla. They enslaved her, but she was kind, even to someone like me. I had to get her out. He visited, brought me gifts, made me laugh. He was the only good thing in that terrible place. We fell in love. I admit I used you, Captain. I apologize, but I'd do it again in a heartbeat. Kes, why did you come to the surface? Kes, if it's so dangerous on the surface, why did you leave your home? I felt a strong pull to explore the world beyond the city. I yearned for the freedom to discover new things and learn about myself. Seeing my people so dependent on the Caretaker, unable to even think for themselves, it was unbearable. We once possessed telepathic abilities, but these atrophied over many generations. We have things to do. Alright, someone get started on that transporter signal amplifier, and Kes, we'll go to sickbay and have you examined. Captain, this science lab is back online. We can start researching the signal amplifier. Computer, initiate emergency medical holographic program. Introducing the Doctor. With no other options available, Captain Janeway activates Voyager's emergency medical hologram. A shimmering figure materializes in sickbay, ready to provide critical care. Please state the nature of the medical emergency. Doctor, our chief medical officer is dead. You have to take care of the sick bay for now, and this patient, Kes. There is no need for concern. I am capable of treating any injury or disease. A broken ulna, a few minor bruises and grazes, nothing I can't handle. You are in the most capable hands, young lady. Thank you, Doctor. That's very kind of you. I expect you to do your best, Doctor. Do my best. Captain, I am programmed for optimal medical care. Or what else would I do? Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a patient to attend to and a sick bay to reorganize. Okay. So we can now do this, and given that we're researching nothing, let's do that. Okay, we need to spend another 11 cycles doing that. And we need to get some more deuterium. I'm actually going to fail this mission, which is lovely. That's a little bit of sarcasm. I would love to head back here and grab some more duranium. The only problem is it's going to send us back here again. So I'm going to spend 6 cycles going over there. I'm not going to get the deuterium in time. I meant to say deuterium both times. I knew what I was talking about, at least on this one. Yeah, unfortunately, I think we just sit here. Which, again, is not my ideal way of doing things. But because we've already done everything in this sector. Yeah, I probably should have grabbed a little bit more deuterium before I left initially. But that's okay. Shield generator. Actually, you know what? Let's make a shield generator. Let's cancel that for now. Let's repair this. Do I want to be sitting on us powered up? I guess we could be. Yeah, we can be powered up. Could go grey mode at some point though if we want to. Oh, we can't go grey mode because I need the morale from that. Okay. Let's skip some cycles. Shield generator done. Nice. We now have shields and phasers for when we get there. Might as well switch that on. Not that it matters too much. Right, what else do I want to repair? I probably want to repair workshop because it's going to ask us to do something in that soon. And then I guess I'm going to skip a cycle. Right. That's fine. Captain, the blueprints from the signal amplifier are complete. However, to start production, we need to repair the workshop. Oh. I didn't realize like it was going to be the next one that it asked us to do, but that makes sense. Batteries are probably heavily valuable. We should grab one battery, I think. Yeah, we should get that. They're probably heavily valuable because you're going to want to move your warp core down as much as possible in order to save energy. So yeah, we definitely want batteries. Right. Yeah, they're a little unhappy. Wait, why am I only getting 3? What happened? What happened to my morale? Yeah, wait, what's happening with my morale? Why is it at 3? Broken Promise lowers it by 2? Only for this cycle, or what, forever? How am I going to raise my morale? I don't think I have a way of raising my morale. I could turn off the emergency quarters, but that's probably not going to help. Yeah, no, I think I'm just screwed on that one as well. I didn't know it also made you lose it over time as well. Maybe we did actually, but anyway. I guess I'll skip a cycle. I was looking for options, but there are none. Workshop repaired, Captain. We can start production of the signal amplifier. Okay, might as well do that. Is our morale still low due to that? It is. Well, hopefully it's only for like, 10 cycles or something and we can get the extra morale we need. It only has to be 15 cycles, like, within these number of cycles. It doesn't have to be concurrent, I think, so that's fine. How long am I sitting here? 3 more. We maybe could have gone there and back, but yeah, for now we'll just sit here. Right. Yeah, we'll build a cargo bay, don't you worry. Do I want to build one now? It's not a bad idea. Just stick a cargo bay immediately in here. Yeah, let's do that. And we can hold our deuterium in it. Right. Let's skip a cycle. And skip a cycle. Right. Yeah, let's make haste back to Ocampa. Oh, I'm here. Captain, we reached our destination. Orders? Away team. So Kes has to come with us. We're sending Tuvok. Tuvok, we're going to want to do combat here. So just looking at our options. We want to do combat here. Kes can... Well, there's no medical checks at all. So Kes is probably going to do diplomacy on one of these two, right? Or a science on one of these two, depending on where her Ocampa thing is, and if we even want to do it. Then we should probably look at B'Elanna again, because she wasn't here last time, and she's really good at engineering. So let's do that. Upon materializing near the tunnel entrance, a group of Kazon is already there tinkering with the security barrier in frustration. As soon as they notice the away team, they flinch in fear and back off. "Watch out," one of them shouts one of them. "The foreign warriors are back." Hey, okay, so that is different. "Captain, the Kazon seem hesitant, almost fearful. What are our orders?" Wow, we're gonna fail this, probably. Let's bluff to open fire if they don't retreat and count to 3. Let's do it. Oh no. The away team's threats are met with a mixture of fear and confusion. The Kazon seem perplexed by the concept of counting to 3. Some even start to count along. Upon reaching 3, the Kazon expectantly wait for something to happen, putting the away team in an awkward position. Only a warning shot makes the Kazon take to their heels. The away team then enters the tunnel unopposed. Okay. We're definitely failing a lot more than we previously did. And that's not just because we're choosing different options, it's because we don't have options that succeed. "Captain, we reached the tunnel entrance, using the transporter signal amplifier now to find possible breaches in the security barrier." Well, I mean... yeah, this one. Probably, right? Because that then leaves... yeah, that leaves 2... well, that basically leaves Kes available for the next check. Which will be Ocampa, or I assume. The away team deploys the transporter signal amplifier, carefully scanning the barrier for any vulnerabilities. After a tense few minutes, they locate a small breach in the energy field. They successfully transport themselves through the opening and into the tunnel. Beyond the barrier, the tunnel opens into a breathtaking sight. Embedded in a large cavern is a futuristic environment with smooth white walls glowing in warm white light and sprinkled with patches of green. This is the Ocampa city. "Captain, we're inside the Ocampa city. It is a maze of streets and chambers. How should we proceed to find Tom and Chakotay?" I mean, yeah, there's no reason not to. We'll let Kes lead the search. Kes approaches a group of Ocampa, respectfully asking for assistance in locating the missing Tom and Chakotay. The Ocampa, touched by her concern, eagerly provide directions to a medical facility. The away team eventually finds their crew members awake but disorientated, surrounded by strange medical equipment. Chakotay instinctively reaches for a weapon, but before any confrontation can occur, the ground starts to shake violently. Hey, we got our morale. Message from Captain Janeway cuts through the joy of reunion. The Caretaker array has apparently repositioned itself and is now firing at the tunnel entrance. Need to get out of here. Alright, let's clear a path through any debris or obstacles. The away team clears a path through the collapsing tunnels, using their phasers to blast away debris and create a safe passage. They dodge falling rocks and collapsing ceilings, ensuring everyone escapes safely. Soon they reach the exit, the security barrier, the only thing standing between them and their escape. The tremors are interfering with the signal amplifier's focus, Captain. The connection is constantly being interrupted. We can't beam out like this. We can do this one, which is nice, but doesn't really... like, we don't need to. We can instead do this one, which we can get a critical success on and get science, so yeah. The team analyzes the tremor's interference pattern and quickly recalibrates the transporter signal amplifier to compensate. The transporter signal stabilizes, allowing the away team to lock onto the beam and materialize safely back on Voyager. Cool. That was fairly successful, I'd say. We got a level up for Kes and an almost level up on Tuvok and B'Elanna. If we'd succeeded that first one, we probably would have got the level up, which actually would have been great, because then Tuvok would be even better at doing combat options, which is basically what we want him to do most of the time. He's probably coming on pretty much every mission with us until we get another option. Unexpected allies. Back on Voyager, Tom Paris breathes a sigh of relief while Chakotay eyes his Starfleet rescuers with suspicion. The Maquis commander struggles to understand the sudden alliance. Commander Chakotay, welcome aboard Voyager. I'm Captain Catherine Janeway, and Mr. Paris, it's good to have my pilot back. What? No champagne? Not even the replicated? I'm Commander Chakotay of the Maquis. Torres, what's going on here? Long story, Chakotay. Short version, we're stuck with the Federation sycophants in the Delta Quadrant. We share a common goal, getting back home. Anything you learned on the planet could help us. Tell me what you learned about the Ocampa. What can you tell us about the Ocampa? Oh, interesting. This is also different because we're getting what Chakotay thinks instead of what Lana or Harry think. Naive, friendly, they don't get out much, and that's good because they wouldn't survive. Apparently, they've been living underground for longer than anyone can remember. That's true. Our ancestors lived on the surface once. Ancient journals tell us the Caretaker opened a deep chasm and led us underground. Any idea why? They mentioned a warming? The day our surface turned into a desert. On that day, the Caretaker appeared and built our city. Since then, he has provided for the Ocampa. How selfless of him. I do not believe this to be a selfless act, Captain. The Caretaker's focused interest on the Ocampa is illogical. There must be a reason, though it eludes me for now. Did you learn anything about the Caretaker? They say he's been acting out of the ordinary lately, abducting people. They increased their power supply to half a decade. Not enough time left for the continuation of his work. Did you find something logical, Tuvok? Based on my observations, I would like to put forward a theory. The Caretaker provides the Ocampa with a massive energy surplus. Then he destroys the access tunnels. In addition, there were his frequent references to running out of time. The logical conclusion is that he does not intend to continue his role as Caretaker. In fact, I believe he is dying. If he dies, how the hell are we supposed to get home? Do you know why they were sent to the Ocampa? The Caretaker mentioned that you might have what he needs. Can you make sense of that? We woke up covered in scabs. The Ocampa said we were sent away to prevent some kind of plague? Except we weren't sick before. They also mentioned others with the same disease, but they didn't last. They died? I want you both in sickbay now. Captain, their condition is unusual. It appears to be a cellular disruption caused by the introduction of foreign genetic material. Their bodies are rejecting it rather violently, I might add. They're fortunate. A few more days and the cellular disruption would have been fatal. Foreign genetic material? For what purpose? An excellent question, Commander. It appears to have been introduced deliberately, though why anyone would want to inject them with incompatible DNA is beyond my comprehension. Prognosis, Doctor? I've already started the treatment. With my expertise, they should make a full recovery. The Doctor's discovery further confirms my hypothesis, Captain. Aware of his imminent death, the Caretaker is enacting measures to safeguard the Ocampa for as long as possible. However, they will run out of energy eventually, so he seeks a successor, one capable of ensuring his life's work. This explains the abduction and subsequent testing of individuals from various sectors. If he dies before finding a suitable successor, we'll be stranded. We have to return to the array before it's too late. Captain, given the Caretaker's reluctance to cooperate, a more assertive approach may be necessary. The Vulcan's right. If that overgrown energy blob won't send us home, we'll have to blast our way out. Phasers, torpedoes, the whole shebang. I believe a bit of tactical planning is in order. Shields first, then phasers. Okay. Then the launch bay in... Well, actually, you know what? We can just pause that. Now. Cool. And we know we're going back to the array, so... Let's head over here. Cargo bay and torpedo launch bay are done. Wonderful. So finishing the cargo bay gives us a morale boost, which is lovely. I think deuterium is still the right thing, because I think basically having a bulk of that solves so many issues, because so many issues can be fixed by just having more energy, and this allows you to have more energy. So I think that definitely makes sense for us. Right, that's now done as well. Our offensive and defensive capabilities have been restored, Captain. However, I suggest a test run to verify system functionality and to assess our temporary flight control officer's performance in combat. Excuse me, this ace pilot knows more maneuvers than Starfleet can throw Greek letters and numbers together. Except for the one for evading Starfleet custody. Gentlemen, enough. Tuvok is right. We need to test our combat systems, but we lack a sparring partner. You have one. Our ship. Seriously, Chakotay. All the Maquis on the Valjean as Starfleet target practice. What could possibly go wrong? Alana, focus. We need preparation. I'll pilot the Valjean, Captain. Just remember that to set your phasers to simulation. I'll keep it in mind, Commander. Okay. Combat tutorial. We're going to take Tom Paris. We're going to take Tuvok. What's your one? Resets the cooldowns to 4 seconds. That's pretty good, actually. Yeah, give me that. Let's do that. Okay.
What are your orders, Captain?
My orders are that you shoot their shields, because they're
moving to
low.
attack the port side, Captain.
Right, let's go. It's a long cooldown on that one. Okay. Anyway. Should be fine. There's not really a lot we can do here. I would love to use this as soon as we can,
Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
Okay, yeah.
Ability ready, Captain.
I got it. Okay. Reset them to 4 seconds. And run
Ability
the right
ready,
side
Captain.
here.
Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
Yeah, they don't have any weapons anymore, though. So, that's fine. Now we just sit here. I guess I could tell us to target the warp core.
Moving to attack the starboard side, Captain.
Let's get ourselves around here.
Ability ready, Captain.
Right.
Ability ready, Captain.
Wait till we're actually doing damage to it. Oh, there we go. Cool. Boom, that's how it's done. Not bad for a temporary guy, huh, Tuvok? Your methods were unconventional. However, the objective was achieved. An acceptable performance. One more thing, Captain. Whatever awaits us at the array, the Valjean should be in a support position for Voyager. Alright, have the transporter room standing by in case your crew needs an emergency beam out. Let's show the squadron what we're really made of. Okay. Here, let's grab this. I'm gonna go risky. We're gonna go for the Bussard collectors here. Nice. Risky was good. Let's head over here. Might as well grab everything before we leave. Right, that's fine. Combat. I would love to grab that or that, I think. Let's grab a morale first, which will probably push us into high morale eventually. We're now gaining 5 as well again. Is that because we succeeded in a promise? Yeah, okay, so that gives you +2 as well. I didn't even know that, but that's pretty good. Okay. Hey, our morale problem is fixed. I'm probably just going to go for the easy option here. Yeah, and we were over our top amount of duranium anyway. That's good. Yeah, so I shouldn't remove that room, because if I remove that room, we're going to end up with excess duranium, which is not good. Well, I should repair something else, basically. There is no tritanium, so no point trying to repair anything there. As I build a... I'd love to build a battery, but how long am I waiting? Wait, what am I missing for a battery? Oh, tritanium. Oh, in which case there's like nothing I can do here, basically. Yeah, basically. What do I need for upgrading this? Do I still need... Yeah, I need a lot of tritanium and other stuff. Yeah. So there's not really a lot I can do to most things here. That needs titanium. That's going to be paused. Yeah, we're pretty much as built up as we're going to be. There's not a lot that we can do without titanium. Oh wait, can I repair this? No, I need titanium. And I need to repair the life support, so... Which needs titanium. Okay, so I might as well head here and grab some Or deuterium. Let's do this. Right. Oh yeah, it doesn't tell us what we get on these anymore. Because we're no longer, like, we don't have that upgrade. Let's go risky with the tractor beam. Okay, it's fine. We only lost like 100 by doing that. Let's go risky. No, I took hull damage. Well, that's something I can use my duranium on. Let's... Wait, I didn't take hull damage because I have no hull. Ah. I don't have any hull to take damage on, so we should be fine here. Captain's acknowledgement is done. Field training is probably worth it early as well. Cool. Back over here. I'll go risky. Okay. Let's keep going. Haven't actually managed to increase our supply of that by very much. Let's go risky. There we go. Right, now we're full. So now I want to go over here. I think I went to most of the planets that were blank. I don't think there are any other stuff happening on this sector. I think it's probably going to be on the next sector where we have other stuff, or at least another system in this sector. Alright, we can go there and then we can leave. That'll be the plan. Unless it auto-leaves us, but that's fine. It might make us auto-leave the system. I can't remember how it does it, but anyway. It seems we're expected, Captain. It's the Kazon. The lead ship is hailing us. They're probably not calling to chat. I'll have our Maquis raider manned. You'll have support if this turns into a fight, Captain. Excellent idea, but let's see what the Kazon have to say first. Why are you here? Do you truly believe you can defeat us? All we care about is getting home, Jabin. We will beam over to the array and see if we can arrange that. That's all. After your display of firepower. We do not fear you, but we are not fools. We have no dispute with you. Then leave, the array is ours. This is absurd, we have no intention of challenging you. The array is mine, leave or face my wrath. Jabin, can we discuss this like two civilized... He's disconnected, Captain, and are powering up their weapons. Battle stations. Okay. I think I'm happy with this. I don't think we need to change anything here. We could go B'Elanna or Chakotay. Well, the other option is that you ditch Tom Paris. And you go Chakotay. You boost your weapon output, you do that, and you just try and blast him down. Maybe that's better for now,
What are your orders, Captain?
We're going to go for the big guy at the front, and we're going to go immediately for his weapons. We're going to take them out.
Moving to attack the front, Captain.
Okay.
Ability
Let's
ready,
use
Captain.
Chakotay. Okay. Then I'm going to use this.
Ability ready,
Then we
Captain.
can, or when we get back in range. Don't know why we went so far out of range, but that's okay. I don't have any control over it, so... Can you please, like, get in range so I can shoot? We're still out of range. That's crazy that we're still out of range. I guess because it's trying to spin at the same time we're spinning. But yeah, now there's no point in using Neelix's one because we're not even close enough. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I know I have torpedoes, so let's use one. That then hits... Oh no, that hit the right part at least. That's fine. I'm going to go for extreme challenge. Hit the warp core.
Ability ready, Captain.
Oh no, that's not even a challenge. That's the right side. Okay, cool. Reset the cooldowns and...
Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Get them. Right. Their engines are a bit destroyed, which is helping us a lot. Right.
Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
Oh, did not need to shoot the extra
Enemy
torpedo.
surrender, Captain.
Completely unnecessary. We pushed them back, but it was a close call. We got our crew beamed off in time before the raider exploded. You are strong, Captain, but there is strength in numbers. I've called for reinforcements. This array will be mine. I guess we don't have much time. Hail the array. Well, aren't you persistent? We need you to send us back where we came from. Impossible. I've barely enough strength to complete my work. Must protect the Ocampa. If I don't, the Kazon will steal their water. They won't be able to survive. You must let go of the Ocampa. Did you ever consider allowing the Ocampa to care for themselves? They're children. Children grow up. They need challenges. Maybe the Ocampa are stronger than you think. Send us home. You dragged us into this. You need to send us. Captain, Jabin wasn't bluffing. His reinforcements have arrived. I could try to access the array systems to transport us to the Alpha Quadrant, Captain. No, I'm fading. Time is up. If you leave, the array will be left to the Kazon. They will annihilate the Ocampa. You must destroy it. Don't listen to him. We'll be stranded. Please protect the Ocampa. I'm only now realizing that a much more sensible decision would have been to let the Kazon have the array on the condition that they send us back, and then we take the Ocampa with us in that one. That would have been a much more sensible way out of this. I don't know whether it was an option that could have worked, but it seems a lot more certain than destroying the array immediately. But I'm thinking in the episode there was maybe some time-sensitive thing as well related to it. But anyway, we're not going to do that. What is right and what is easy? The Caretaker fades away, collapsing into an inert, crystalline form. Janeway is now faced with an impossible choice. Return home to the Alpha Quadrant, leaving the Ocampa defenseless, or sacrifice Voyager's return to ensure their safety. The clock is ticking. He's gone. Captain, the Kazon are closing in. Shall I try to access the primary control systems to send us back? Now, previously we chose destroy the array. So you might think we're choosing this option. We are definitely choosing destroy the array. The reason is, I believe in the demo we tried the other option, and in the demo it just ends the game, because you get back home. So we're going to destroy the array because we're opting into actually playing the game more than one sector. So, there you go. We're never asked to be involved, but we are. I won't trade the lives of the Ocampa for our convenience. Lieutenant Tuvok, ready to try Cobalt devices. What are you doing? The array's our only way out of here. You can't... I can and I will. Try Cobalt devices ready, Captain. Fire. We'll find another way home, I promise. Who do you think you are, making decisions for all of us? It was the right decision, B'Elanna. The Ocampa. They remind me of our people. We were fighting a more powerful enemy to protect our own. The Ocampa deserve that too. 70,000 light years. We're really stranded, aren't we? Great! Now I'll definitely miss my next parole review. A missed parole review should not be your primary concern at the moment, Mr. Paris. Ah, thanks, Tuvok. Hadn't thought about that. Jabin is hailing us, Captain. You have made an enemy today. Mr. Paris, put some distance between us and this place. Okay, now we actually have hull that we might want to repair. I'm going to head up here and grab this. And simultaneously I'm going to start repairing my hull. There we go. Let's go. So, let's go for... Well, I'm going to go over anyway, so let's go for easily accessible. And then we want to go to this system. So now we might potentially be looking for other stuff that might be here. Let's go here. 16 cycles away. It's going to be a while. Is there anything else I need to be doing? You're doing field training, which is fine. This, how much does this give me? I need another 2 block. 20. Okay, so when we get down to 80, we can resume that. Okay. Anything else I need to be doing? No, because I don't have any titanium. Field training done. Wonderful. Next science thing, probably a hydroponics bay makes a lot of sense here. Don't care about high morale for now. Just checking whether we've got anything else that I can actually get. Crew quarters, potentially. Yeah. Let's get a hydroponics bay. I think that's going to be more important. Also, can I switch this onto emergency rations right now? Not if I don't want to lose a ton of morale. Okay. Right, back to the system. Let's scan. Okay, so this planet we probably want to go to. Right. It's on the way past. But that's fine. Right. Need to get some more deuterium, which we can get here. You're still going. I'm about to drop low enough so I can resume that. Right, let's do this. I'm gonna go risky. Nice. Okay. Let's head over to this one now. Hydroponics bay is complete. So now we want to be looking at hull reinforcement maybe would be good as well. Yeah, let's go hull reinforcement. Let's focus combat. Right, that's fine. Oh, I have some tritanium. When did I get tritanium? I don't have a crew available, but yeah, I have some tritanium. I didn't notice us getting some. I must have got some from the away team mission. Or from the combat. I might have got some from the combat. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Well, repair the... I have no life support. I can't repair the life support. Okay. But I can get you to build a small battery in here, which will be good. Right, hydroponics I can't build right now, right? No. Well, so that's large anyway, but... no, because I need a 3-spot, and I have no 3-spot. Oh, wait, I do have a 3-spot over here, if I had a work team. What's my work teams do? Oh, one's repairing the hull, of course. That's fine. Let's do this. The other option actually is in here. Oh, I can't put another cargo bay. I need a 3-spot. Yeah. Kind of in the problem where, like, pretty much wherever I need anything, I need a 3-spot. I could have maybe used my... I only had 15. I was going to say I could have used my tritanium to open up this, but no, I don't think I could have. Alright, let's go to this planet, see if there's anything here. Oh, there's another one down here. Oh, okay. Emanations. Oh, okay. Let's head down here. Right. While scanning the ring system of a Class D planet, Voyager detects traces of the 247th element, a major breakthrough for the Federation. Analyzing these samples could provide valuable scientific insights. Let's dispatch a team to investigate. Oh. The team discovers a cave system. A sickening stench of decay fills the air and toxic fumes weaken the crew. They collect what data they can before making a rapid retreat to Voyager for treatment. Oh. Okay. Well, we didn't get an exciting outcome there, but we got something. Battery compartment is done. Wonderful. So now I have a reason to not just go crazy on my energy. Not that it matters, because we only have 120 that we can store, but yeah. It's cool. Let's go risky. Hey, not punished again. Can grab ourselves some duranium. I mean, I am still repairing my hull, so I might as well grab the duranium while I'm repairing the hull, right? I kind of forgot what this is. But I think it might be nothing. Let's see here, I'm going to go over, I think. Actually, we could potentially just leave this alone and come back to it. Let's do the asteroid and see what this gives us. No, actually, I think this is just moving on. Yeah, in which case we should just stall a little bit here, right? Yeah, we should just stall here. That's fine. Until when this hits 1,000, that's kind of the point where we want to leave. We should stall to let our hull have a chance to recover. So I don't care that I'm going over on these. It's fine. It's just giving us an opportunity to do our research and other such things. We're not being hit by homesickness either yet, so it's good. Inspired workforce. Let's grab that. Right. Again, I don't really care about the resources. I'm just going to grab them there. Let's grab stuff here. 300 is probably fine. And then let's head over to... I was thinking this one, then this one. Let's do that. Again, we're just wasting cycles, so we have a chance to get our hull repair to go up. That's fine. Go up here. And 70,000 light years from home. Seems we're in this together, Commander. Your decision didn't win you any friends, Kazon, Maquis, and Starfleet, but I respect you for it. Your anger is justified, but we have more pressing concerns. 2 crews on one ship, stranded in the Delta Quadrant, fighting for survival. I know a thing or two about survival. The Maquis are a motley crew. We had to learn to put our differences aside and work together to coexist. Coexist, Well, Commander, I'd like to offer you the position of Voyager's first officer. First officer? You're willing to trust a Maquis with that responsibility? I'm learning to adapt. This is a new beginning, a chance to forge a new path together. 27 crew? I don't have any housing for them. Neelix, Kes, you wanted to see me? Do you need anything else before you leave? Supplies, water, medicine? Well, that's what we wanted to discuss. We'd like to go with you. Before you say anything, Captain, we both very much want to be a part of your journey. I can offer you so much in this sector, Captain. Need a guide, supplies, contacts? Oh, and a cook. Oh, you haven't lived until you tasted my Angla Bosk. But more than that, Captain, I can be your morale officer. Keep those bright smiles on this long voyage home. I have a feeling you'll need that. A guide, a cook, and a morale officer. Well, that's quite an offer, Mr. Neelix. And Kes, what about you? What do you hope to gain from this journey? I want to see the galaxy. There's so much out there I don't know. So much to explore and discover. Perhaps this journey could help me understand my own telepathic abilities better. Learn more, develop them. But I also want to help. After the doctor cured my wounds, I realized I wanted to help people too. Maybe I could learn from him, assist in sickbay. I think the doctor would be glad to have you. Very well then, welcome aboard. Captain, you might want to see this. Looks like we stirred up a little trouble. In a good way, I think. Unexpected guests. A sudden distress call reveals Voyager's victory over Jabin sparked a mass escape from the Kazon slave camp. Janeway wastes no time in ordering the desperate survivors to be beamed aboard. Neelix is surprised to find another Talaxian, Shibian, who was captured while exploring the Ocampa landscape. Gratefully joins the growing crowd of survivors seeking the Doctor's care. Alright, everybody, listen up. Stand strong as one crew, defend ourselves. We're alone in an uncharted part of the galaxy, facing unknown threats, but we will not cower. We'll stand together as one crew, armed and ready to fight for our survival. As the only Starfleet vessel in the Delta Quadrant, we will continue to explore, but our primary goal is to return home. 75 years is not an option. We'll use every weapon and tactic to find a way. Never give up. Never surrender. We'll search for shortcuts and new technologies to get us home faster. Somewhere along this journey, we'll find a way back. Well spoken, Captain. Mr. Paris, you've proven yourself a skilled pilot and valuable member of this crew. I hereby appoint you as our flight control officer. For the first time in my life, I don't know what to say. Perhaps state that you would like to embrace more frequently from now on, Lieutenant Paris. Lieutenant Paris has a nice ring to it, don't you think? Hey, Harry. I bet your own promotion is just around the corner. Oh boy, imagine me becoming captain one day. Very well, gentlemen. As your first official act in your new position, Lieutenant Paris set a course. We're flying home. completed. So I'm going to stay here for now, and this is where we're going to end the first episode of this second playthrough. Thank you very much for watching. As with the previous one, as it's the first episode, I'd just like to encourage people to like, subscribe, comment, all of that sort of stuff, as it really does help with search ranking and with getting this to a wider audience, as definitely shown by the first one that we did last time, which went out to many, many more people who were much more invested in it than I expected when I first put out the video. So, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time, where we're hopefully going to go a little bit more crazy, because this time it's still pretty much the tutorial. There's only so far you can go in the tutorial, and it's nice seeing some of the changes, but the further we get through, the more crazy we're going to see. So, thank you for watching, see you next time, goodbye.